Morning guys, how you doing? It's Monday and I am not going to show you hammerman attacks because, well, that's just boring. Actually, it's especially boring on my part because I'm trying to grow trees on my base. Would like to create the visual distraction, so that means every Monday morning I have to spend 20 minutes rearranging the base so as not to put the buildings where I want them, but not to pull up any of the trees. So it's like the most excruciating weekly event that we have for me. Anyway, avoiding all that, so I just beat this guy and I'm actually going to I'm going to start a new playlist. This is going to be the Boom Fails series, hashtag Boom Fails, because this is just the dumbest thing I have seen. Great rewards, got intel, one loss, and well actually scout out the base before. Tried this beforehand just to make sure the GBE would work, and there it was. I am full boosted. Did just have to do an op hit. So, to be fair, I am fully boosted. However, this guy has ice. He's boosted on the ice too, so obviously he cares about his defense. He has a laser, which is just always annoying. I just hate lasers. I don't know why exactly, but I just hate lasers. So, he's got it in a pretty good place, right in front of his HQ. He has a shield, so presumably this guy really cares about defense, right? Obviously he does not, because if you look at his base, this shield is barely protected. Just barely. Like, this is ranging it somewhat. Yeah, no, that's covering it, and then that's covering it. And nothing else. Doesn't quite range, doesn't range, doesn't range, doesn't range. So what do you think we're going to do with that? Well, obviously we're going to throw some critters on it. We're going to just remove a couple of towers. Removing this boom cannon does double duty for me because I can get rid of some of the mines around the HQ. And also, we'll let those little fellas work up there. And while we're noticing that, let's notice that he has terrible mine placement. This would probably not have worked as an approach if his mines were sort of scattered around. Like, he's got all these snipers here. Snipers are perfect for hiding mines. He should have snipers behind these rocket launchers, snipers behind boom cannons and cannons. They hide them well too. Instead, he's just placed them all up at the beach, and that makes them very easy to deal with in one barrage. I actually, since we have the artillery boost tribe, damage boosted artillery, I made sure to I used one barrage back here, which also cleared mines around the boom cannon, and I used solely artillery on the rocket launcher that was here, because I wanted to keep the second barrage relatively cheap so that I could throw it down here. Because I've already used critters once, I didn't want to use critters to clear those mines, so just trying to cut costs somewhere, but not even overly important, because from this point on, I mean, shield is down. This is a fairly straightforward hit. And again, presumably this guy cares about defense, right? I mean, we noticed the former shield, we noticed this over here, but what is he doing with his HQ here? Please tell me. I have no idea what this is really intended to protect. I'm seeing a great gap if you want to do heavy Zuka. Great gap back here. Just a couple shocks, and your heavies would be just parked in a nice line right there. And that's pretty much, that's it. Just a couple shocks, you might have to repeat them. But why? Why wouldn't you put the defenses around the HQ? I mean, based on the way he has his defenses laid out, this shock launcher here must be really important to him, because it's very well protected. His HQ appears to be some kind of an afterthought. So yeah, that's why we're saying hashtag boom fails, because yeah, I don't know what this is. So coming from this angle, I'm trying to come from this angle because what I want is for Bullet to land right here, right next to where that mine is. I want him to be right there because I'm hoping that his taunt will get, well, obviously the laser, but also this mortar and this flamethrower. So I didn't come at this quite head on. I gave it a little bit of an angle because I'm trying to land bullet in a specific spot. And if I do that, that means I do need a shock over here and a shock over here, and could get one shock down here and get the two shock launchers together, but I don't think I do. But I'm just going to chuck some more critters in there anyway. So I'm going to get one of them, make sure to get the near one, and not worry about it really. So bullet lands almost exactly where we wanted him. He could have been like one tile to the left up. That would have been great. But you see that we did get the flamethrower taunted. Yeah, did miss the shock on this second shock launcher, but threw the critters out here anyway to protect bullet from getting shocked. And my warriors, I suppose. But yeah, horrendous base design by somebody who really probably ought to know better. Again, every time I get to feeling like I'm around 1200 VP, I think I just popped back over that threshold. I usually drop below it overnight. I get a bunch of spawns. In the morning I clear my map, and then I get back over it, and that's pretty much where I've been hovering for like 2 or 3 months. I don't even know. Anyway, every time I feel good about, you know, where I am in VP level, something like this comes up, amazingly stupid, and then I realize that I must have a long way to go, because I'm obviously not at the level of players who really know what they're doing yet, because there's this fella. I didn't even catch his name. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, thought that was funny, thought I would share it. Don't do most of the things that this guy is doing with his base. If your base looks anything like this, then go fix it. Anyway, I'm out. Catch you later.